Welcome back to the Crochet Creative with my friends over at yarnspirations.com. This is an easy level and we're doing the crochet hanging plant trio, which you see right here. This one is really quite intimidating, at least to look at, but once you break it down it is so simple. I was kind of scared to film this only to realize that once I did a test trial that I was actually pretty okay. Let me show you a close-up photo and then we're gonna dive right into being able to make this together. So here's a close-up version of it. You can see that there's a dowel that it's slid into like a little pocket, and then there's 3 levels, and you can see that there's different sizes of heights. So what's different about this is that the straps here are a different length. Every pot is the same, the tassels are the same, this section is the same, and so is this. So if you want to have all your pots to be the same height, you just have to change the straps so that each one of them is exactly the same. So these pots kind of looked weird to me. I almost thought it was kind of macrame at first, but in actual fact it's just chain work and some single crochets, and once I show you how this is done you're gonna laugh all the way until you get it done. And really, because of this material I'm using the Bernat Maker Home Deck, and this really does go quite quickly in order to do it. So let's show you a little bit of the breakdown of this, or what they look like without the pot, and let's continue from that point. So the section where the pots are hanging from is just this motif. There's only 2 rounds. If it were me, I'd probably do these at first because then it's kind of a warm up and then you can get to do the pot. So let's take a look at the pot section here, and you'll notice that there's 3 straps just like you see here, and it's open space. So when you look at it from the base point of view, it's a round circle, and you're going to notice that there is single crochet here, but look at all these. This is all chain work. Okay, so that's why it almost looked macrame to me, so I didn't realize this is all chains. So once you get to a certain level, it's just a matter of just chaining over 6 and then single crocheting for 3, and then you just keep around, you know, just chain 6 and single crochet 3. And once you get to the height that you want, then the first time you're gonna do it, you're just gonna do your strap right on, and then the other 2 straps have to be added on afterward, and it's really quite straightforward in order to do. Now because I'm more linear, I guess, is that I would make all 3 the same size strap, but that's just because it's me. But the trio actually looks amazing. So the first thing that you have to consider when you're doing this is that when you're looking at the dowel, you have to make sure that the planter that goes in here, that the weight of the dowel, the weight that which the dowel can hold the pot, the soil, and the plant. Now if you're using artificial plants, obviously it's gonna be a lot lighter. So that's the really biggest concern, I guess, is the size of your dowel that you're going to use. Once you get this done, you can see that it will stretch out, so you can just slide a pot right in there and everything is good to go. So without further ado, I'm going to do you a warm-up first. I'm gonna start with this, but we have a diagram to look at first, and then we're gonna continue with the stitch work. So on page number 2 there is 2 diagrams. This is the actual pot, and this is just showing you how it's gonna work up as chain. Now you have to repeat the round number 4 several times in order to get to the height, and then once you get to the height then you just add these straps on here. So don't be confused that it's only 3 rounds. It's not. There's more rounds than that. So once we have that done, we're gonna do that, and then you see here's the bottom one here. This is the motif, and this is the, you see it's just 2 rounds, right? So I'm gonna start you off with the motif, and then we're gonna jump into the first hanging pot strap section just like you see here, and it's gonna be awesome. So let's grab a 6mm size J crochet hook play, and using Bernat Maker Home Deck yarn in order to accomplish this. So let's begin. We're going to start off with a slip knot in using a 6mm size J and Bernat Maker Home Deck yarn. So we're going to chain a total of 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and I want you to insert the hook into the beginning chain and then just yarning over, pulling through to form the ring. I want you to use this straggler around the outside of it so that it traps it right into position. So let's move along to round number 1. You're going to chain 5, which is counting as a double crochet, and chain 2. So let's do 5 together. So 1, 2, 3, there's your double crochet, 4 and 5, that's your chain 2. And I want you to put 3 more double crochets into the center of the chain, or center of the ring. Just leave the straggler around the outside of it so that it gets stuck underneath the stitch work. So let's count these out together. So we have 1 double crochet and 2, 3. Once you're satisfied with that, you're gonna chain 2 to turn the corner, and now you're gonna put 3 more double crochets right into the same ring. So 1, 2, and 3. Then chain 2 to turn another corner, and 3 more double crochets into the center of the ring. So 1, 2, and 3, and then you're gonna chain 2 again to turn a corner, 1 and 2. So you got to do one more side. So you see 1, 2 and 3. This is already one of the double crochets at the final side, so you only have to put in 2 more double crochets for the final side. So 1 and 2, and once you get that done, just slip stitch it to the third one up. Don't go all the way because then you'll miss the outside gap. So go to the third one up and slip stitch by pulling the yarn through and through. So you should have 4 sides of your motif. So let's continue to the next round, which is the final round, and you need to do 3 of these for this particular project. So let's begin round number 2. You're going to chain up 3, which counts as a double crochet, and this one is counting for the one that it's sitting on top of. So we're immediately gonna jump to the next chain 2 space, and you're going to do your corner. So the corners will be 2 double crochet in to the space, chain 2 and 2 double crochet in. So that's how you're gonna turn every corner on this motif. So you're gonna double crochet 1 into each of the 3, and then you're gonna hit another corner again. So what is your corner? It's going to be 2 double crochet followed by chain 2 and 2 double crochet. Okay, double crochet across those 3, and then you're gonna hit the next corner again. Do you remember what the corner is now? It's the same thing. It's 2 double crochet, chain 2 and 2 double crochet. Then you're just gonna move along the 3, okay, and this is your final corner. So you're just gonna put in your 2 double crochet first, chain 2 and 2 double crochet. Now when you come to the final side, your first one is already done. So the first one, this one here, see how it matches? So you only have 2 double crochets left, and that's in the final 2 that are left. And then that's it. You're just gonna slip stitch to the top of the beginning 3, chain 3, and you're done. So what I would do, because this is a showpiece item, is just trim your yarn, and this is how I'm gonna show you to weave in your ends. So just pull through, and what I want you to do is just get a darning needle, and you might as well do it as you're going. It becomes a lot easier, and just turn around the project and just go through the back side of it. Just stay on the back side strands, so this will be facing the wall. So just go through once. Don't warp your project by over pulling it and then going back in the other direction through another little gapping space, keeping the strands on the back side. So for 2, and then back a 3rd time, and then that'll trap that into position. So what I want you to do is that I want you to make 3 of these for your little trio, and you see that they're pretty good to go, and then that's it. So let's get those 3 done, and then I'm gonna move on to the planter next. So let's begin to do the planter. You need to make 3 of them. Each one of the planters are the same except for the straps are different heights. I'm gonna start off with a slip knot, and then you're going to chain a total of 4. So 1, 2, 3 and 4, and insert the hook into the first chain, yarning over, pulling through and through, and you have the center ring, and I want you to lay the straggler around the outside of that ring and trap it into position. So what I want you to do is that I want you to chain 1, and in the center of this ring I need 16 single crochets. So it's gonna be a lot of stitches into the space. So let's count it out together. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I'm running out of space in that ring, so just pick it up and just shift it. Just pull that center around. So that was 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I'm running out of space again. Just pull it again. 15 and 16. Let me just verify that that is the right count, because you'll need to do that too. So just count back. It's 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15. I am short one, so I probably miscounted. So I'm gonna put one more and recount again. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 and 16. So I have 16. You're going to then just slip stitch to the 16th one, and then that is your center, just how you've been doing it. If your tail is hanging out at the base, just turn it over and just trim that out if you were covering over top of it like you should have been. I didn't say it, but I kind of mentioned it on the motif to bury it. And let's continue on then. It all becomes really easy from this point. So let's get ourselves established for this pattern. So there's going to be 3 single crochets that work its way up on each of the 4 sides. So you're going to chain up one first, and in the first one that where it's joined, you're going to single crochet that one plus 2 more in a row. So 1 and 2. So you have a total of 3 in a row. So this is round number 2. So you're going to chain 2, and you're going to skip 1 single crochet and go to the second over and do that one plus 2 more of its friends. So just that one plus another one plus another one, and then chain 2, skip the next one, and then do the next 3 again. So 1 2 and 3. Okay, skip the next one and chain 2, and then do the next 3. So 1 2 and 3. And if you look at these spaces, you can kind of see where things are. So you're going to chain 2, and you have to slip stitch to the beginning one. So just look at it and just go to the beginning one. So at this point you should have what appears to be a box, and so you should have a gapping space here, 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 and here. So let's move along to round number 3. You're going to chain up 1, and you're going to do a single crochet in this one, same one that you did to join, plus 2 more of its friends. So the other 2 that are already there get a single crochet as well. So in round number 3, instead of chaining 2, you're gonna chain 4 because the space is getting bigger. So 1 2 3 and 4, and then just jump to where the next group of 3 single crochets are, and just do the first one with the single crochet and 2 of its friends. So 3 in a row again, and then chain 4 again. So 1 2 3 and 4, and go to the next double crochet or single crochet, so skipping over that space, and do that one plus 2 more of its friends. Okay, chain 4, so 1 2 3 and 4, and go to the next single crochet, do that one plus its 2 friends. And now you're just gonna finish up this round. So you're gonna chain 4, so 1 2 3 and 4, and you see how that it looks like it jumps up. So if you're ever losing where you think you started, just look for the one where it looks like it's popping up. So we're just gonna slip stitch to the first one, and it still looks like a square at this point, and you can see that these spaces have gotten much bigger. So let's move on then to round number 4, and then round number 4 is a repeat all the way to the top of the planter. So you're just gonna chain up 1, and you're going to single crochet in this one and 2 of its friends, and now you're going to chain 6. So 1 2 3 4 5 and 6, go to the next single crochet and do that one plus its 2 friends. Okay, and then 6 again. So 1 2 3 4 5 6, go to the next single crochet and do that one plus its 2 friends, and then chain 6 again. So 1 2 3 4 5 6, okay, and then single crochet into the next single crochet and its 2 friends, and now you're coming all the way back around again. So chain 6, and then just slip stitch to the beginning one. So that is how you're going to do the remaining of this planter till you get to a certain height. So in the instructions it says repeat this row or this round 7 more times. So all you're just gonna do is on your sheet of paper just write down 1 through 7 and just check it off as you go. So just to repeat, so it's just chain 1, single crochet in this one plus its 2 friends, and now it's just chain 6. So you just did chain 6 already before, so now it continues to be chain 6 all the way to the top. So 1 2 3 4 5 6, go to the next single crochet, single crochet that one plus its 2 friends, and then 6 again. 1 2 3 4 5 6, and then go to the next single crochet. So when you get all the way back around, just slip stitch again and then just continue to work your way up and just mark it off on the box. And so your goal then is just to get your 6 all the way up, and it'll look like this. So what I would do if I were you and you were me, I would look and count on how many rows this is, just to make sure that you're verifying to make sure that the counts are good, just to do a double check. But if you are checking it off in your worksheet, it should be good. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave this for you to do, and I'm gonna meet you at the top of the planner. Do not fasten off though, wait for me by the time you get up there. So I'm back and now I'm at the top, and when I compare to the other one I've done, I have the same amount of rounds. And of course, by all means, if you want to add more rounds you can do that, but just be conscientious that the bigger that you make it, the bigger the pot, the more weight. So you're not fastening off yet, you're going to do one of your straps. So on the first planter, the straps are only 2 inches long, really quite short. The next planter, okay, the one in the middle, it has 3 inches long, so it's slightly bigger, and then the one on the one side is 4 inches long. Of course, if you want to make your straps a different size and make them all the same, it's up to you. So to do the strap, you haven't fastened off, you gotta do one first. So you're just gonna chain up 1 and you're just gonna single crochet in the first 3. So 1 2 and 3. Then you're just gonna turn your work, chain 1, and then just single crochet again. So 1 2 and 3, and turn your work. These just take a few minutes, they're moments. They're really not hard to do. You just keep turning at the end and you get to the height that you want to get. So if you are going to make all of them the same width, you could, I'm not really counting how many I'm doing, I'm just continuing to turn, but I want to just keep an eye on it just to keep it consistent with all of its neighbors if I'm gonna do this. So just turning it, and once I think I have 2 inches I can stop. And so what I can just do is take the other one and see, you just cross compare 2, so I know that they're at the same height. So once you're satisfied with that, just leave an extra long tail and you're gonna use that to sew it to the motif, and then just trim off your work and then just pull this loop through. And we're going to do 2 more other straps. So the first strap that's open here, this will be where it's leaning forward. So we have a strap here, here, and on the one side. So to do the next strap, all you're just going to do is just start off with a slip knot, and I'm gonna go directly across. So I'm just gonna stay to the outside, so the right side of the project, and just go in the top of the first single crochet, slip stitch it, chain 1, and just cover over top of the straggler as you go. So just single crochet across 3, keeping that straggler underneath, and then turning my work, chain 1. And I'm gonna do all of my straps in the same way. So if you want to change the height of your straps, you just have to measure those out. Make sure that the straps are the same height, all 3 of them on each of the planters. So even if you're changing the length, make sure all 3 are the same length. And you just keep on going until you think you got enough. I am kind of looking for something just as a, see this side of where this is finishing off. I know that if I do something like this and I turn it this way, I know that my strap is on this side, or my tail end. So if you keep an eye on stuff like that, it gets a lot easier for you to be able to copy what you see. So I think I'm actually got enough. So when I turn it, see, the straps are on the, or the tail end is on the loose, is on the same side. So I'm going to then just cut this yarn now, leave an extra long tail that I'll use to sew as well, and I want you to do the third one of this, and do the third one. So it's either this one or this one, it doesn't matter, and then I want you to do that, and then you're gonna meet me back here in just a moment. So I'm getting ready to actually show you how to do this, and just I'm working off camera so that I can actually figure out how to best teach you. So what I realized that it's better to actually attach the first middle one to the motif first. Now there's going to be 3 stitches. So you got the corner and the 2, and then the middle 3 go to the middle strap, and then the other 2 plus the corner go to the other strap. So if you do the middle one first, it just gets it easier to be able to measure or to weigh it out. So, sorry, to figure it out. So what I'm gonna do here to show you, I'm still working on the prototype, but I might as well show you what I'm doing, is that I'm taking the strand from the strap and I'm gonna go right into the corner space here, and that's gonna pull that strap up into position. Okay, so I want to turn it so the strap faces out like this, and I'm going to come around from there, and I'm gonna go back into the same one in the strap. So back out the outside. I'm now then going to come through the first stitch itself, and then go through the next stitch of the 3 in the strap. And now I'm gonna come into the final stitch here, and then into the final stitch of the strap. Now if you want to go back across again due to weight reasons, you can do that. That's up to you, and as long as you're satisfied, that's good. So you see that the middle strap is still attached and this one's here, so you just turn it around the back, and all I'm just going to do is that I'm just gonna drag it through the stitch work on the back side 3 times. So 1, and back the other way for 2, and back the other way for 3. So you're gonna do all of your motifs this way. It really doesn't take long, to be quite honest with you. And so all I'm just gonna do is then do the 3rd one. So the 3rd one, when I go to attach, it'll be attached to this 2 stitches plus the corner, just like you see, and then all 3 are attached to the same motif. So please do that with all of them and meet me back here in just a moment. So at this point I have 2 planters done. You can do a 3rd if you wish, and it's up to you on how you would like to execute it. So what you have here is that you have the idea that these motifs are gonna work together, and you're going to single crochet across the top of the motif. So you're looking at the good side of the project, and you were just going to then just work your way across. So here's some suggestions for you. So we're just gonna grab the same color yarn, and we're going to attach to the first space on the one motif, and you're gonna work your way all the way across anyway. So you're just gonna go right into the space and attach it with a slip knot or slip stitch, and you're going to chain 1, and you're going to single crochet into the same one, and you're going to single crochet into each one of the stitches going across until you get to the end of this motif on the top. Notice that I'm going right up over top of the straggler string, so it helps it bury it into position. So you have a choice. Now in the photo you will notice that the motifs actually sit right up to each other. So they sit right butted up against each other. If you would like to put a couple spaces so that it's actually a little bit of a distance, you can do that. You can just add some extra change at this point. So 1, 2, 3, let's just do it. And because the count really doesn't matter. And then you just immediately jump into the next one, and you single crochet right into the next space, and you single crochet yourself across. So what that's done is that it's given you a bit of a gapping space so that when you hang it up from a dowel, instead of being so close to each other, you can provide a little bit of space, and of course you just gotta make sure your dowel is gonna be big enough to hold it. Just like that. So what you're going to do then is that you're going to turn your work to the back side, and you're going to chain up 1, and you're just gonna single crochet yourself all the way across. Now because I had you put some extra chain work in between, okay, you can just go right in between those stitches, for example on the chain. You can either go into the chain itself, which I'd probably recommend. It'll help it keep it open. So just go right into the chain. You know that there was 3 because I told you to put 3. So 1 and 2 and 3. So now you got some solid stitches to play there, and then you just continue all the way to the other side for a single crochet. So you're just gonna keep turning back and forth until this distance of this new single crochet that you're adding is gonna equal 2 inches, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna fold it over into position, and then we are going to then just put it together so that you can slide it onto a dowel. So you're at the end, see it's more solid in between, and then you can just chain up 1 and do 1 single crochet in each. So please do that until this measures 2 inches, and then meet me back here and I'll show you what to do next. So looking at the back side of the project, this is long enough for me as far as the height, and I'm just going to trim this enough so I can use a darning needle in order to make the hole for the dowel that will sit in here. Okay, so the dowel will be right in the middle just like you see. So we're gonna create that first. If you want to leave the dowel in there you can, if you, but it kind of might be in your way. You want to just kind of finish off this section, and you want to be able to sew so that it can be on the back side of the project. Okay, so this is the back, and so it won't be the visible side. Just throw it into a darning needle, and I want you just to match what you see. So here is the first stitch, so just come down, just kind of keep it so that it stays in line with each other. And all you're just gonna do is dump on the one side here, and then back through the project, the next one, and then just back out. And what you're doing is creating a little pocket. So if you want to leave your dowel in, it might be just easier for you just to make sure that you're getting everything good. Just like you see. And then it just may help you to stabilize as well. So you go into the next one, and then down into the project, and then back up. And you kind of want to match everything out with each other. So I want you to go all the way across using this kind of format, and then I'll see at the end, I'll show you how to fasten that off, and that's what it would look like then with the dowel inside. So I'll see you at the end of this. So I'm coming to the other side, and that's it. So I'm just gonna come back towards the back of this project, and I always like to finish off going in this direction just for the ease of it. And I'm just gonna tie a quick knot because the truth is you'll have weight on this particular section, so you just want it to have a little bit of structure. This is really quite strong yarn. I cannot break this yarn when tugging on it, so it's pretty strong. So all I'm just going to do is drag the tail end through the back side of the project, so don't let it go into the front, and just drag it through once. Go back in the other direction through a slightly different path to bury those tails in. So 2 and 3. And there it is. Okay, so there you have everything there, and just so that's what it looks like at this point. So now what I want to do is that I want to add some tassels to the bottom of my planter. So now our goal is to make a beautiful tassel just like you see. I have a tassel maker, but you can use cardboard or whatever you feel, and I'm gonna show you how to operate this little gadget, and this is pretty cool. So this is I picked up at a craft store, and it comes as a multiple kit of 4 of different size tassels. I didn't want the tassels to be overwhelming on this particular project. So let me show you how to use this. So let me show you how to use a tassel maker. So this is a tassel maker. It comes in a 4-pack at the craft store. This is not the biggest size. You can make really big ones if you would like to. So you can use the tool. You can use it like this, like that, and it doesn't matter which direction that you face it in. Now because I wrap with my left hand, I want to keep this open space towards my left so that I have space to be able to hold it like I have in my right. Does that make sense? And so it's really quite an easy tool to be able to do. So you're gonna take the strand, and you're going to just take a piece of it, and you're going to then put it into the upper notches on both sides. Now because I wrap with my left, I want to make sure that the strand that is on the open side is relatively short, so it doesn't capture into the rotation when I'm about to do it. So just keep it long enough. So all I'm just going to do is just let it hang there, and I'm gonna take the other strand leading to the yarn ball, and I'm just gonna lay it down over top of the front. And all I'm just gonna do is wrap it around. So that was considered 1. So I want to do 25 times. So 2, 3, 4, and 5. And if it falls out of the notch, just put it back in. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25. Once I get to 25, I just want to cut this yarn that is leading to the yarn ball. So here's my situation. So here is the strand going across. I want to balance out that strand now, so I can just pull on it, and I want to pull it up to the upper side so that it's equal levels. So if you want to just grab both of the points at the top and just pull on it so that they equal each other, you're good to go. So using those strands, I want you just to tie a knot, and this is the very top of your tassel. do it nice and tight in order to do that. And now those two tassels then just became your ties. Now the other strand, you can see this is the kind of the starting strand. You can just take that out now, get that out of your way, and I would just trim it so that it's pretty much close to the bottom so that it's not in your way in the future. So now what are we missing? We're missing the ties that go across the middle of the tassel. So let's do that next. So cutting another piece of string coming from the yarn ball itself, you want to use that, and you want to use the notch that you can see here. It's kind of an open. Do you see that right here? You want to use that to be able to go around. So you can just use your hands if you want to, just kind of force it through, and you want to go in around your tassel about 6 times. So go 1 and then come back out the other side again, and 2 and around the other side again. This is 3. Now what I want to do, this is 3, I want to just tighten things up, 3, and then go around again. This will be 4. So all you're just gonna do is tie a steady knot with the ones that are going across the middle. Just pull it really tight first and then secure it with a knot. This is using Bernat Maker Home Deck yarn. So once I'm satisfied with that, I can just trim it right down. And you can see that it's still attached to your tool. And now what is the next step? Well, we're gonna release it from the tool next. So let's attach this to the planter. Just take your crochet hook and just come on one side of the bottom and just pull one strand of your tie through. And then go on the other side of the hole that's in the base and stick your crochet hook through again and grab the other strand that ties them together. And now you're just gonna go from the inside here and you're just going to tie a knot to keep that to the base. And then just trim out the remaining of that yarn. And that would be how you would do this project. So all you just need to do is that you just need to slide in your planter and you're good to go. And because I put a little bit of a distance, you can see that it's gonna be hanging beautifully from the wall, and this is how you make the hanging planter. So until next time, I'm Mikey on behalf of Yarnspirations as well as thecrochetcrowd.com. We'll see you. Bye bye.